Model T, Model A.
My grandparents were hard with their Model X for 60 years. My grandma. They were the same Model X for 60 years. But I know. They're both supposed to be here. Kathy, Kathy's back from vacation. Mom said she would be here. Told me twice and two different emails. She couldn't be here. If they don't come. We can start, we'll have Rebecca fill in for Kathy unless she has it. Does that work?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I call this meeting to order, the time being 6:01 p.m. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Public participation. Sorry. Public for the percent.
Whoever they are.
Whatever, yes. Percent. Sorry.
Participation.
Thank you, Al.
You don't have any.
Oh, okay, all right. Excuse me. Okay, so now we have public hearings and action items to discuss and consider approval of the December 30th meeting minutes. Do y'all need to look them over?
Motion to approve.
Okay, got a second? Okay. The minutes have been approved. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Call for a vote, all in favor? Okay, all opposed? No. Thank you. So now we're going to conduct a public hearing to hear the public comment and consider a variance to the regulations found in Bartonville zoning ordinance, section 19.4, relating to accessory building setbacks. The property subject to the variance request is located at 1672 Barrington Hills Boulevard, Bartonville, Texas. The applicants are John and Lisa Healy.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, and now we have the staff presentation from Ryan Wells. Ryan.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ryan Wells. I'm the consulting town planner for Town of Bartonville. Tonight I'll be giving the brief staff presentation on the variance request for 1672 Barrington Hills Boulevard. This is the Town of Bartonville project number VAR 2025-001. So there's a variance request submitted to permit the reduction of an interior side yard setback for an accessory building from 35 feet to 25 feet. This is for a home that was constructed in about 2005, according to county records. Parcel is about 4.7 acres, and the owner wishes to construct an approximately 1,700 square foot accessory building in the side yard. It's basically a detached garage, and that 1,700 square feet was a measurement from the site plan submitted with the variance application. The desired location is approximately 25 feet from the basically western side property line to the west of the primary residence. So the property itself is zoned agriculture, and the setback regulations for the ag zone are a little bit strange. Not strange, but just you have to look at the specific circumstances of the property to interpret them correctly. So the interior side yard setback, meaning that it's not against a road, but adjacent to another lot, is that it needs to be either 50 feet or 10% of the lot width, whichever is less. So in this case, the lot width is about 350 feet. So the side yard setback is actually not 50 feet, it's 35 feet for this particular property. And again, the applicant wishes to construct an accessory building in the location to permit vehicles to back out using the existing driveway. In the aerial imagery that's included in this presentation, you can see that there's an existing driveway also depicted on this site plan, and the garage depicted on the western side of the driveway would enter and exit from that existing driveway. And the based on their application, the location 25 feet from the property line is necessary to allow that circulation to occur. So again, this variance request includes reducing the interior side yard setback for an accessory building from 35 feet to 25 feet. All other dimensional standards and permitting requirements would remain. Only the reduction in that side yard setback would be permitted through the approval of a variance. So again, a 4.7 acre parcel zoned agriculture. It's on it's about 700 feet west of the intersection of Barrington Hills Boulevard and McMakin Road. So there are a number of approval criteria. I'm not going to read them verbatim, but just kind of summarize them for your reference. And again, they're all listed in your staff packet, so you can reference them in your discussion as well. First off is that there are special circumstances or conditions on the property itself. Sometimes that could be topography, floodplains, or other conditions. Criterion B is that the circumstances causing the hardship are not similar to all the properties, it's unique to that piece of property. The variance will be necessary for preservation and enjoyment of the use of that property. Granting the variance would not be detrimental to public health or safety. Criterion E is that the variance will not have the effect of preventing orderly use and enjoyment of other land. So improving a variance wouldn't be detrimentally affecting other properties in the area. The variance petition would be otherwise consistent with any special criteria applicable to the particular standards. The hardship or inequity suffered is not self-induced, meaning they didn't create conditions that are requiring the variance in order to do what they want. Criterion H is that the variance is not based exclusively on for increased financial gain. And I is the degree is the minimum amount necessary in order for the needs of the petitioner and satisfying the standards of the applicable section. So in short, if the variance were approved by the Board of Adjustment tonight, it would permit the construction of an approximately 1,700 square foot accessory building 25 feet from the western property line. Excuse me, of the subject property, otherwise subject to all other regulatory and permitting standards in the for the agricultural zoning district. And you can see here outlined in red, that is where the garage will be built, where the variance to be approved, and subsequently the structure were to be permitted. If denied, the accessory building would have to meet all the setback requirements, meaning it would have to be built 35 feet from the interior side yard. And the red rectangle there is showing basically where we have to go with the lack of a variance being approved tonight. I'm happy to take any questions from the board at this time.
1,700 square foot building.
Can you repeat that, please?
How big is the building?
It's about 1,700 square feet based on my measurement.
Okay. Accessory building.
Yes, sir.
So it's intended to be a garage?
Yes.
Says no big garage.
Yes. It's, yeah, in the paperwork, it says it's gonna be a garage.
Yeah, and the applicant stated they didn't want a garage to be facing the street, they wanted to be facing to the side. Some communities like that, some communities actually adopt standards to that effect, not the case here, but that was their preference in the garage configuration.
But it's not intended to be a living situation.
Not according to the application, they can clarify any issues with that.
The entrance to the garage, will that be on their property or on the easement?
The entrance to the garage will be from the driveway, so the garage. The garage doors will be facing to the east. If you look at the image here, if you face to the east onto the driveway, that is north, south. That's right.
Ryan, how far from the proposed garage to the next garage, how much space is in between those, do you know?
I don't have that information, I'm sorry.
Am I allowed to address anything here?
You'll have a moment.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll have your chance. So yeah, it's just the measurement and the regulation is related to the property line and no other factors.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
I'm assuming the HOA. It meets all the requirements of the HOA.
I'm not aware if there's an HOA here or not.
There.
Okay, there was no reference to that. And this is only for the city regulation, so we don't have any bearing on the enforcement of any HOA requirements.
Any trees gonna have to be taken out?
It doesn't appear so. They don't have any trees, it looks like there are some trees on there, but I don't think. There are trees, actually, if you look at the image there are no trees in a specific location, I believe being affected by. The garage location, either in, with or without variance, you can get that clarification from the applicant.
Okay.
Hey, Brian, on the parcel to the west, is that ag too?
Yeah, that whole neighborhood is zoned agriculture. And again, all of those would either have a 50-foot setback, or if they are skinnier than 500 feet, which I believe all of them are, it would be 10% of the lot width.
Yeah, and did we get any letters back?
No, ma'am. No letters, no emails, no calls. Okay. Thank you.
And of course, we did publish the notification of the variance in the local paper as well as mailed the notification to all properties within 200 feet of the subject property.
And the sign is pretty prominent. They want to say something.
Yeah, good job on the sign placement.
Does already have a two-stall garage or three?
I'm sorry,
Does already have a two-stall or a three-stall?
you'll have to get clarification from the applicant on that. I don't know.
Any more questions? Thank you, Ryan.
Well,
The applicant like to do a presentation.
sure.
Please state your name and address, and then you'll have to
Okay,
raise your right hand.
my name is Andrew Lauer. I'm with Royal Homes of Texas, and my address is 3224 Marine Creek Road, Aubrey, Texas.
Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Ryan kind of stole my presentation there, but I appreciate you laying it out for us. Wanted to just address a few of the questions that came up. There's no trees. Place where we're planning to put this building. We do have a separate tree permit, a tree removal permit for this. The basis of this came about because there's currently 30 feet in between the garages, and turning a larger vehicle between those, you know, just simply for the comfort of being able to get in and out of these buildings. But if I brought a separate plot plan that shows, I don't know if it showed it on one of these, but shows where it would be within that 35-foot setback, and it takes up quite of the existing driveway. Yeah, right there. And so you can see there's about 29 feet between the garages, and so we've got supporting documents from the nearby neighbors stating that they're in agreement with the variance request, and
You do have this.
yes, we do. We've got HOA documents. That was one of the things that was brought up. The HOA requires that the garages are not front facing, and so there's in terms of placement, this is really the only place that really accommodates the garage well for the amount of vehicles customers want.
To the person directly west, which is obviously a large lot.
Right.
Did they give you a letter? Support?
Yes. Yes.
6848.
Do you
Yeah.
have those letters with you?
Yes. HOA approval.
Okay. Okay. So this is one's the HOA. Yeah, okay, yeah.
That the owner of there?
Yes.
Okay, you're the builder?
Yes, sir. You want these? I don't want to do that. Neighbors. HOA approval.
They collected letters from. This is the letter to them. Did you receive anything from your?
Yeah, it's all stapled together there. Keep my email to the neighbors and there's the response.
There's the email from Christian and Ollie Smith. Next door to the office. Okay. That's the only one that they submitted.
And it says,
As for the garage project, you have our support, so as long as there's no additional drainage onto our lot, and we wish you the best of luck with the city and HOA officials.
May I ask why are you placing that garage there? Why don't you put it further back?
Trying to use the existing driveway and, you know, being kind of the central location for all the garages. That's really the main reasons where we don't have to, because currently there's a fence in the back, you see, takes up some of it, but the fence will run into the building. But, you know, the further we push it back, the further we gotta carry concrete driveway to, and the more pasture we take away.
Really none of my business, but why you need so many garages? Like a car collector?
No, sir, no, they, big family, a lot of vehicles. Do what?
If he's a car collector, I'd like to talk to him.
No, they got 5 kids and they're all adults, and so they need, you
I've
know,
got cars.
yes, lots of cars, so. Yes, sir.
So for me, it seems like that would be an awful short span to turn around and have all the cars coming in and out of, what, 5 garages?
Yeah, 40 feet would give, you know, the minimum
6?
really is about 30 feet. So an extra 10 foot to swing out would be ample room. I mean, obviously 2 cars can't be backing out at once, but 40 feet would give ample room for even a large truck to pull out of. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Now we're going to open a public hearing. Are there any speakers that have signed up? Oh, I'm sorry. The time is 6:20. We're going into the public hearing. Have any speakers signed up?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. Does anyone need to speak in favor? Just get that.
You can straight call it out, that's fine.
Okay. Does anyone want to speak in favor of this?
Madam Chair, I move to approve the.
We have to close the public.
Okay. Does anyone want to speak in opposition? Okay, thank you. Does the staff have anything to add? Oh, I'm sorry. Public hearing is 6:20.
Feels like I had some extras on your run. I really feel.
Glad she said right. This is, all right. All right, close the public hearing at 6:20.
Ask if anybody has any.
Does the staff have anything to add? Brian,
The only thing that I would add, just because I remember Ed always said before, in making a motion, either for or against the variance, make sure you reference one or more of the criteria that are listed in your
okay,
staff summary. Like she has there,
okay.
she had one step ahead. I just felt like I had to say something. That's it, thank you.
Madam Chair, I move to approve the requested variance to allow the construction of an accessory building approximately 20 feet, 25 feet from the western property line of the subject feet, otherwise subject to all other permitting setback and dimensional standards of the ag zoning district. Because of A, there are special circumstances or conditions arising from the physical surroundings, shape, topography, or other feature affecting the land subject to the variance petition, such that a strict application of provisions of the zoning ordinance to the development application would create an unnecessary hardship upon the petitioner, as distinguished from mere inconvenience in developing the land. B, the circumstance causing the hardship does not similarly affect all of those properties in the vicinity. And C, the variance is necessary for the preservation and enjoyment of the property right of petition.
Second.
Thank you. So now we will take a vote. If you.
All in favor?
All in favor? Anyone opposed? This passes.
Carried unanimously.
This carries unanimously to approve the variance of.
1672 Barrington Hills Boulevard.
Thank you. Close the meeting at 6:23 p.m. Yeah, right.
Thank you guys very much.
Yeah, it would be tough.